Hard work is not always rewarded. And this, at times, can be a hard concept for us to stomach. Now, why is it important, first of all, to acknowledge that hard work is not always rewarded? Let me give you a simple example. Say you have an exam that you're studying for, and you spend hours every single day studying for this exam, and lo and behold, you still get a D. So, what do you do now? What is your mentality? What is your way of thinking after having failed this exam despite having put in so much work? You become pessimistic. You begin to believe that your hard work, the effort you put in, doesn't mean anything. That even if I do make an effort, it won't matter. I will not be rewarded. We have this idea because we know that hard work is a part of success. But that doesn't mean that hard work guarantees success. People work extremely hard and are not successful. Think about a person who works a dead end job that perhaps requires a lot of physical labor. That is a person who works extremely hard, and yet they're not being rewarded for their work. They're barely making ends meet, they're barely surviving, hardly even living. So hard work is not always rewarded. How we work is what defines whether or not we will be rewarded. Think about the person who studied for that exam and who still got a D. In that case, the person has to do some introspection and ask themselves, why did I still fail despite having put in so much effort? Perhaps I could have spent my time doing this instead of doing what I did. Perhaps there were more efficient methods I could have used to study and get the result I wanted. We have to understand that how we work is what ultimately will define our success, not the simple fact that we worked. We think that because we work, we deserve results. And I wish it were that simple, but we know for a fact that that is not the case. The simple fact that you work is not enough to guarantee your success. So I invite you, the next time that you fail despite having put in a bunch of effort or a bunch of work into something, think about honestly what you did. Don't get caught up in the sheer amount of hours you spent. Ask yourself truly, what was I doing with that time? And could I have been doing something better?